Man sweep.
So there are two characters to this story. First of all, you have Gara, a relatively smaller Twitch streamer with a following of around 30,000 followers. And then a much larger creator called India. Now, they both do gaming content, chatting, IRL, and they focus on games like, for example, GTA 5. Now, Gara and India actually used to date each other. That is until Gara discovered that India was actually cheating on him. And all of this went down, as it always does, on a live stream. And at the time, this got shared everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, maybe even the live stream fails subreddit. But to be fair, they were probably posting more Forsen on that day anyway. Now, that was meant as a snide, but to be fair, the Forsen clips that they post are actually pretty funny.
Yeah. I joined a bunch of normies.
Normies? So we don't go on set.
Least thick Swedish accent imaginable, by the way. I have joined the bunch of normies. Hello. Now, of course, because they were IRL streamers, everything had to be live streamed. So they were actually at a restaurant doing a stream when all of this happened. So while they were at this restaurant, they decided that they wanted to go somewhere else to find something to eat. And since it was Gara's decision to move, India gives him her phone to look for places. So either he went snooping or, like, I don't know, a message popped up. But then he basically found out that she was cheating on him. She realizes what happens all too late, promptly grabs the phone, and then turns off the stream. I do notice when a lot of people are cheating and when they get caught, the entire defense there is like, what are you doing? Oh my God. How dare you go through my phone to find out I've been cheating on you? Oh my God. That's like private. Oh my God.
What are you doing? Bro, what is your problem? What is your problem, bro? Bro, what is your problem?
So this then resulted in Gara having the cops called on him. I'll be honest, the name is spelled G-A-R-A. I'm not sure whether it's Gara, Jara. I'm probably just going to keep interchanging them like tomato, tomato. But he had the police called on him, and that is crazy foreshadowing to today's story. As a way to get back on her for cheating, India actually claims that he stole a bag containing $3,000, took the money, and then threw the bag into a lake. The next day, Gara issued a full statement on the situation. Never been a 2016 Poro word that sat here and stressed over a bitch. It ain't ever been a problem. We're gonna forever up it on these bitches. This to show you though how dirty and sneaky these whores are. We back live tonight. Let's turn up. Now, I wouldn't really include this because it is a bit of a nothing burger update. Oh, the streamer's gonna go live? Wow, big shock. But as we get into the story more, the foreshadowing here is crazy. And in response to Gara's tweet, another streamer said this: don't be like that 2016 Poro word who shot his girl and went to jail. Now, after all this went down, there wasn't really much interaction between any side, although Gara did tweet out a DM between him and a girl called Dumbass Thick Bit CK, who I assume could be Indiana. But just 4 days after the incident with the, live stream cheating, in the screenshot, she was actually threatening to press charges, assuming for the stolen bag and the stolen money. But it would have been safe to assume that after that, they would have gone their separate ways. And that pretty much should be the end of this story, and I wouldn't be making a video on it. But then a year later, Gara actually decides to do the unthinkable. In some like bizarre Joker level act of revenge, or more likely complete stupidity, he decides to kidnap his ex-girlfriend. I get it, cheating sucks, brave statements only on this channel, but resorting to kidnapping? This is a whole nother level of bad. Now, his mugshot was actually posted to the Miami-Dade County mugshots on Facebook. So yeah, his mugshot got put on Facebook. Congratulations. That was on the 18th of May, so earlier this month. And we know that Gara actually lives in Miami just from a quick look at his Instagram account. He's marked the posts of location as Miami, Florida, and is actually tagged with a hairstylist company, which is also in Florida, called Rerouted. They're actually in Miami Broward, which is just north of Dade County. Now, I get it. GTA 6 looks like it's going to be set in the equivalent of Florida. We've got Florida man doing crazy stuff. But again, kidnapping your ex because you got cheated on. Little bit bizarre. Now, if we go into the mugshots, you can see the charges are listed as kidnapping with a weapon, firearm, or aggravated battery, burglary with assault or battery, and concealed weapon or carrying one. The charges are also remarked as domestic violence, which is usually just a note that the courts add to try to hit extra charges on you. And also, by the way, I'm not using Facebook as a reliable source of information. Don't worry, there are enough boomer conspiracy theories on there. It was only posted on the Facebook account, but if you actually...
That's pretty wild, as the Zoomers would say.